Welcome back to another episode of my Ultimate Iron Man, and unlike last week, I am in a very good mood today. If you can't tell by looking at the screen, the graphics should look at least a little better. I am not on 117 right now, but I do have my GPU settings turned up because I'm on my new computer. I got everything worked out. I think it's good. My settings are a little different. As you can see, I turned the music up a bit. The music for the quest fight was very good, so I wanted to try and hear that more. But I do think it sometimes gets too loud. Like sometimes it's good, then it's really loud. I don't know. I appreciate you guys saying how you prefer the music. I know a lot of people just prefer no music at all. But I think it's people put work into the music, and I think it'd be good to hear it because it is good sometimes. But speaking of the Secrets of the North boss, if we go over here and check the scoreboard, and there's already a spoiler in my inventory, I've killed it a couple times. Only 4 times though. But 532 when I was getting closer to like 7-minute kills, my first couple ones. So I'm pretty happy with that. I like it a lot. I almost want to grind it out more. It's just a little difficult right now with my gear. I've come to realize that I don't have any good magic gear. I have like even mystics and like I could get up to like a plus 86 magic bonus with like an occult and the ancients and mystics, and it's just trash. Like it's really trash. Maybe Arams is a better like middle ground, but it does really feel like there's no like I'm at the point now where I feel like I'm close enough to doing chambers where it wouldn't be worth it for me to go grind barrows for Arams when I potentially could get ancestrals, soon-ish, and I certainly don't want to go grind infinity. So it's annoying. There's BOFA only methods, but that's all kind of beside the point because it actually the update happened yesterday. This is now Thursday, but Caliphate Queen has been updated. I haven't seen any posts about people getting them on Reddit yet. I mean, it is a 1 in 400 drop, so it's probably not. And I don't think they're like an insane amount of people that are waiting. I think most normal Iron Men probably still go into the wilderness to get their D pick, but UIMs at least, like, I imagine some of us have to be happy. But that's the main plan for today. I've currently got a Caliphate Queen or a Caliphate task right now, and then I also have 140 more stored. So lots of Caliphate Queen today. But first, I think I'm going to run some Tombs of Masket. It is time to upgrade my rune pouch and also probably get rid of the Tome of Fire. So that is my plan for right now. I'm just going ahead and getting ready to re-bag and everything. And I think I might have to use up a couple supplies first. You see from the Phantom Muspa, I've gotten this Ancient Essence, which I don't think, it is tradable, so I can keep it in the bag. I don't think it's worth it for us. It's only used for the bow and the imbued heart upgrade, which I think we're gonna have. I mean, we don't have an imbued heart, so even if we get one, I don't think it's worth it. My bag is getting a little full. Again, probably about time I get rid of this crystal armor seed, although I might want it if I do end up wanting to grind the Phantom boss some more, but we'll see. Everything else I think is pretty much a lock. Snapdragon I can use, obviously. Runes maybe I should sell. I gotta train thieving so I can get rid of this. Oh my gosh, I'm rambling again. But yeah, anyway, that's the plan. We're gonna go do some Tombs of Masket right now. I'm just gonna try out entry mode. Maybe run some duos, but probably just solo it. We'll see how quickly I can get through it myself once I get into a groove. And then on to Caliphate Queen. And that's generally the plan. And maybe I'll throw in some Phantom Muspa here just because I enjoy it a lot. This is a secret, guys. I'm actually recording this before I've recorded the first clip of this video, but it would be out of order, and I want to get rid of this elite clue. So we got it from the Phantom Muspa, the Phantom Muspa, and oh my giggity gosh. Rune crossbow is pretty nice. 2 rune crossbows, but the Black D'hide Chaps G, we very well might have just finished the Black D'hide G set, which I know isn't like incredible, especially considering we have the crystal top and bottom. But it can be pretty good for UIMs because it's a pretty much storable of Black D'hide. Oh, we didn't. Okay, no, we already had the trim, so that would normally could be good because if you ever need a quick range, that a Black D'hide is pretty good for that. But yeah, we didn't get that. We just have the trim and the gold. So if we just get a top of either of them, then we will have that. But it's whatever. Oh, there it is, guys. Still a little rusty. I have no idea what my first time was, but you can see a little better than that, and I should get much improved going from where I still had to pause a couple times to look up some videos. I was able to do the crocodile from memory and the scarab from memory, but the other ones I had to look up just to refresh myself, but they weren't too bad themselves. And just a D-med to start. If you don't know, we are, it's 1 in 10 for the thread, I believe. And I think it's like technically like every time you don't get it, it goes up a little bit more. It becomes like 2 in 10 and 3 in 10, or maybe it's after you go over. So we should get it within 10 KC pretty much, even on entry mode. You can see like I only had a 1% a unique, and that's not including the thread, because the thread you get from these things. That would be like if I could get a purple, because you can still get like, I think you can get any purple technically from entries, but it's like so unbelievably. But yeah, the only hard part was I had to restart once just because I used too many supplies beforehand. But once you know the bosses and you make sure you go in the right rooms, you get more than enough supplies with the mid-tier supplies to benefit. So yeah, pretty good stuff. On to the next one. Oh, quite a bit better there this time. You see 34:31 total time now. Quite a bit more simple once you really get a hang of what you're doing. And if you go in there prepared, that last fight is very fun, but also very, very easy on entry mode. This is pretty much a breeze. I'm thinking about maybe trying to turn up some invocations, but it just, I don't know. I think I'd rather just, baby mode through all of this. Oh ho ho ho, look at that. KC number 5, and we actually got some decent rewards too as far as entry mode goes, in addition to the thread. But yeah, 5 times. You see my PB, I got under 30 minutes. I wasn't quite as quick this time, even though I felt like I was going pretty fast, but it still, for the most part, worked pretty well. I'm going to go ahead and empty this just in case it, eats my runes or something. But do I just go ahead and use that on there? Oh, I need a needle, of course. I'm getting ahead of myself, guys. Guys, obviously you need a needle, guys. I mean, what, do you think this is some kind of game where, like, you could just combine things with just your hands that would definitely need more than just smashing things together? No, you can't do that in this game, not at all. You gotta have a needle, and then now if I used the third on there, you can attempt to augment this process irreversible. Yeah, that's what I want to do. Boop, boop, boop. And then you just don't even have, they make you get a needle just so you can use a piece of cowhide on there. They don't even have the rune pouch, but whatever. The thread of Elidanis, and now we have our divine rune pouch, which can hold up to 4 types of runes. So we are gonna go ahead and get rid of the Tome of Fire that's happening this episode. We'll now have fire runes on me if I want to alch or something like that. But the biggest thing for me is that I can still have I can have my teleport runes, which is dust, and then law runes, and then hopefully enough runes for casting, ancients or some other kind of, whether I want to have alching or ancient, it'll just be able to put in there depending on what I'm doing. So yeah, I should have gotten rid of the Tome of Fire a long time ago, but I still just do enjoy like using the alching and whatnot. But I'm definitely at a point now where I can't, like, I'm using it less, or I'm finding myself not on the standard spellbook more often, which is the big thing. I would want to alch, but if I'm barraging Necreals, I can't, as much as I want to, I can't just swap spellbooks in there and alch. So it just makes sense to get rid of it now, I think. Alright, I said I was going to drop the Tome of Fire, and rather than just dropping all the pages too, because I do have a decent amount left, 4,600 charges, I decided I'd try and get at least some value from those and use them all up. I went way cheap. I'm literally just using like the Fire Bolt, because Chaoses were the cheapest to buy, but hey, I just want magic XP. And Moss Giants are usually what I do whenever I just want to kill something for the sake of killing things, or like if I've already mentioned, if I need like totem pieces, just because there's a chance of Bryophyta keys, and we still need that Bryophyta essence. So I'll be here for a bit, I imagine. We'll see how much XP we get from all of this in the end, just using up all of our pages. Oh, and after just getting our 10th Mossy Key, see, we do not have enough fire runes to cast this spell. Tome of Fire is officially empty. We killed, I'm going to say around 650 Moss Giants. I wasn't recording, I forgot to reset my recording of, like, you know, kill count before that, so I'd had some from the previous session. But we did pretty well. 15 Ranars, a Snapdragon, a couple Irits and Karams. And then we also got 10 Mossy Keys, of course, and we got some two long bones and one curved bone, so we got like 15k construction XP, something like that. Not bad at all. Magic XP wasn't insane. I think with this being 32k, I'd get like 80 and then 50, so that's like doing some quick math. That's like what 160k Magic XP. Nothing insane. Probably a waste of time and slower than it needed to be, but hey, that's what I chose to do. So Tome of Fire. I was gonna say we can just alch it, but I don't even have the runes to alch it. You know, I'm just gonna go. I don't know. If I go drop it to the GE, will some lucky soul be able to pick it up? I don't even know if I can go to the GE. But yeah, actually, I've got a great idea. Just do a quick pass through here, and then we'll drop it down there. It's not a lore. If anybody sees that and just decides to go for it, then congratulations on a free Tome of Fire. Which how much? I think like 700. Yeah, 750k. So it's either going to be deleted from the game, which will help out the economy, whatever, or some lucky sap in Ferox will get it. But either way, Tome of Fire, you have served me very well, but it is time to move on. Alright, we've got 10 Mossy Keys to burn. That's a 1 in 10 chance, I think, for getting the Bryophyte Essence, because it's 1 in 100. Is that how that works out? 1 in 100, 10 times. It's 10 out of 100. There's 1 out of 10, I think. Is that how math works? I don't know. But I'm sure we'll spoon it. If you're curious, 10 Bryophyte kills is how many I have on my account to date. So, you know, very real chance here that we, you know, I don't want to say very real chance here, but it feels strange to me that I've, you know, done so much here in this one little session. It's only been like 3 days. And ends up being like the tied for the most I've had on my account. I was not aware that Bryophyta could drop Mossy Keys, I don't think. So I guess we're gonna have at least 11 kills now, maybe even more. The wiki says it's a 1 in 16 drop, so we could very likely see another one. Oh, that was the last chance, and just Rune Square Shield. Alas, we did not get any of the essences or anything else, and then we only got the one Mossy Key drop too. But still, going from 10 to 21 Bryophyta KC, it wasn't bad, and we did make a little bit of money. We had 235k, so we made 175k. Not bad at all. I haven't even sold the Cosmic Runes either, so fun little distraction, fun little grind. It's Friday now, the day before I want to have this video up. I can't even remember what I wanted to do originally. I think I had wanted to... oh gosh, I'm pretty sure I wanted to do Caliphite Queen, but also maybe some of the Phantom Muspa, because that was really fun. Yeah, I don't know. I'll probably go get ready for Caliphite Queen. Try that out. It's been a little bit since the actual update, so hopefully it won't be super crowded with people everyone trying to get their dragon pickaxe and whatnot. And we are just getting right back in the swing of things with some Caliphite Queen, as promised. First kill went pretty well. I did hit one Dragon Warhammer spec, so that always makes it go a little better. I realized I do have the magic level for Vengeance now, but my inventory wasn't set up for it. My rune bag's already kind of full and stuff, and I was like, okay, I'll try without Vengeance. Like, that went very well. You see, you still have tons of food and whatnot. Maybe if I die or they start going worse, because I think I had even said, like, I probably was just gonna not, if I don't hit either of my specs with the Dragon Warhammer when I start the kill, I'll just give up, because it's not worth it at that point. And I think I might end up doing that still, but again, we'll see. My stats are a little better, and you know, I think it'll be okay, but we'll play it by ear for now. I also don't have any super attacks, which is another thing I'd pull out if I die and have to rearrange my inventory, but again, they're already in my looting bag, so we're just gonna stick through it. Of course, one of my favorite parts about doing Caliphate Queen is that sweet, sweet cooking XP you get. I think it's up there as far as EHP goes for one of the most efficient methods, but that's going to be 93 cooking. I am so glad I went and got all those sharks. I wonder how much we're going to burn with these like 300 or so kills that I have on task. Well, note to self for all of you guys, redemption only works, I think, if you're within 10% of your max HP. I should have just left, but they had like 20 HP left, and I had like 25, and I had prayer potions, so I was like, okay, whatever, I'll just throw on redemption. They were in a good safe spot too, where I knew I wouldn't get hit by any of the, like I could not flinch pretty successfully. And I was like, oh, I'll just go for it. And then they just smacked me for a 20 and I just died. So not only do I have to go get all my stuff back, but this is the first time in a while that I have had to do this, I don't want to say like unsafely, but I'm pretty sure it's just going to be in KQ's lair. So I'm going to have to go down there and hopefully not crash anybody and get all my stuff back. Luckily, I didn't have anything in Hispori. My mag's pretty manageable right now. And then I'll be able to go and get super attacks. And probably go ahead and get Lunars too, just to try it, you know, for something different. Although it has been going pretty well. With maybe my stats are better, but I think I've only, how many kills have I done? I've done what, 14 kills now, and I think maybe only like 1 or 2 times I haven't hit at least 1 spec. So it's going pretty well. But I think super attacks would help a little bit. Well, good news, guys, any UIMs that are curious. It looks like your stuff gets dropped outside of the arena, which is very nice. I was worried, as you can see in my inventory, I was prepared to have to go down there and be constantly attacked by KQ while I was getting my stuff back. But thankfully, that is not the case. I just have to protect from these guys. Y'all? I've only, how many kills? That's not even 19 kills into this grind. I've got a whole Slayer task ahead of me, and then 140 more after that. Oh, I gotta get out of here so I don't die. Yeah, that's the, that's the Dragon Pickaxe. 1 in 400 drop, just in case you're curious. Still don't even have the freaking tattered Caliphate Queen head yet, either. Yeah, that's why I was going back to Caliphate Queen now, or at least why I had been waiting to go back to Caliphate Queen. I was kind of thinking in my head, like, oh, well, maybe, you know, maybe if I get the head first, or like, I'm even going to hit 256 and you get the guaranteed head before I still have Slayer task left, so then maybe I'll go try and do, like, the Desert Hard Diary, or the Elite Diary, so I can get a shortcut and make Caliphate Queen much easier. It looks kind of daunting. Really, the only hard thing I think would be fletching. I have to train quite a bit, and then prayer I would have to get up. But that wouldn't be the end of the world. Certainly would be able to do it in this video, but you know, it would be a good stopping point. But yeah, I honestly just really didn't think the D-Pick would be the first thing we got. But there it is. That's pretty great. Of course, there's nothing that like we were waiting that, like, you know, I can't just, you know, that I can now be like, oh, I can finally do this because I have a D-Pick. But it's just like anything with mining will now be slightly more efficient. I was just noticing in TOA where it's like, oh man, if I had a D-Pick, I'd be able to do the freaking mining puzzle room in just 2 rotations rather than 3. So yeah, it's just a great, I mean, huge for the account. It's awesome. It can also be put in a stash unit. I think it's this, the Nezi, and like rune boots, I want to say, or something. It's unfortunately, I think it's I'm pretty sure it's at like the soul altar on Zaya, which is a run to get there. It's like up back here, I think, so we had to like just take the fairy ring and then go all the way up. But it is a storable dragon pickaxe, and of course rune boots we have to hold, but we can alch the Nezi and get it back whenever we want, so that's only 1 inventory item or like bag item whenever we want to have the D-Pick. Or of course it also is just tradable itself. What's it going for right now for value? 3.4 mil. I don't know how that compares to how it was before the Willy update. But yeah, that's pretty freaking huge. I kind of need to take a second to decide what I'm going to do next, because I just, like I said, I was all set in to have to do Caliphate Queen for a while. Well, I still haven't 100% figured out what I want to do in the long term, but I have figured out that I want to end this video. I was just editing the last clips. My computer is done, but I was using Premiere before, and I'm trying to find an alternative maybe that's significantly cheaper than Premiere. It doesn't have as much bloatware as Premiere makes you download. But anyway, that being said, we got enough. This video is long enough. It feels a little light on content to me, but I say that more often than not, I think. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I think we got, exciting moments over a wide breadth of content, even if it was, 3 things that I did. But we did at least get the Dragon Pickaxe, which is still just crazy to me. I was, like I said, expecting to go much longer on that than I did. And speaking of that, I do think I'm going to keep up with Caliphate Queen at least until I get the Tattered Head, whether that be 256 kills or just getting it from a drop, which can happen. I think it's only like a 1 in 128, so we are technically dry for it, but I just want to do that, grind it out, so the next time we can come back to Caliphate Queen, hopefully we'll have the Desert Diary done. I might not do that right away, just because the more thinking, the more I'm realizing that fletching is going to be a long-ish grind, even though I've got the money for it. But I don't know. We'll see. For now, I'm just going to end this off with going ahead and saying we've got another Master Stash unit, which of course is twofold. It's good because we can store our Dragon Pickaxe, which is an item that we will always be using till the ends of the earth. And even more than that, it's just another master step that we can now do on Master Caskets, which are already, we're getting closer and closer to being able to do more masters than not. I'd say. I don't know if we can quite say that yet, because there are still some buildy steps and then, things I don't have, but, every single one is a significant margin for being able to do that. But if you made it this far, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for bearing with me with these kind of it may not seem so much like difficulties on your end. I know my upload schedule has kind of been a little different lately. I've been trying to do things and just get videos out when I can, and then my computer problems and car problems. My life's getting back on track. Things are doing good. My computer seems to be working great. I think I'm going to be in a good flow for video editing from now on. Going to be shooting for Saturdays here on out, Saturday mornings, right around noonish Eastern time to get videos out. This is obviously going to be out on Sunday. Yeah, just thank you for bearing with me and supporting me. I really, really do appreciate it, whether it be, with comments or shouting me out in the game. It really makes my day whenever someone hits me up. So thank you so much, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one.